Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Audience of any citizen. The FGC Board of Trustees will hear any citizen who wishes to address the board on a one-time basis pertaining to a relevant topic. If the board wishes to hear more about the topic, that topic will be scheduled for a future board meeting. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes, and the time dedicated to the topic will not exceed 20 minutes. We have Stu Lilker, who has signed up as a citizen to speak. Stu?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's nice to be here tonight. I just have a couple of things and actually made some notes for a change. The cost removals and the changes, I don't really think that's sufficiently explained in the agendas. I know other schools do it differently with a little bit more explanation, but I do have an objection to the arts and craft course being eliminated. That's on page 25. That makes people better human beings. It makes them better parents. They have little children. They can do arts and crafts with them. And I don't think that course should be eliminated. I think it should be promoted. It's different. It's probably a relaxing course. And it doesn't cause brain drain. And it's not AI. So I would ask that you consider that. The Line Fund grant, I would just like to let you know that I finally, after the meeting of the Lakeshore Hospital Authority the other night, where the hospital authority decided that the president needed to fill out a form before he spoke at one point in the meeting, which was a little weird. But I read the memorandum of understanding and the resolution passed by the Lakeshore Hospital Authority last night, a group that nobody really wants to get involved with. The public voted to disband them, and then it just never happened. But the MOU and the resolution are filled with basically untruths. They don't state the legal parts of what the authority was designed for under the enabling resolution. And I would suggest that the school attorney examine those two. And if you don't have them, I'd be happy to send them along and read the enabling legislation. And you'll see that they just don't match up. It's a bunch of lies in plain English in order to get $2.5 million. My final thing is with the charter school, which these guys spent a lot of money on, and then I heard that you want to do it with one of the local charter schools. I know in the beginning you spoke about doing a medical charter school, something that promoted medicine, and I really think you guys need to reconsider that. You're known for your nursing program. At one time, this school was known for its golf course things that you did, which was known for all over the world, by the way. People came from all over the world to go to this school. And somehow, I've never been able to get an explanation how it just disappeared. That was a big mistake. But this school, one of this school's major strengths, Madam Chair, is medical and nursing. And I think if you're going to do a charter school, that would benefit the community a lot more than getting hooked up with a local charter school. And I would respectfully ask you as a taxpayer that you guys look into that. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, approval of board minutes. All board members have had the opportunity to review the minutes of January the 8th, 2026. Would you like to request any corrections or changes to the minutes? Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved, Medina.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Norris. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is approved. Student Government Report. The Student Government Report will be given by SGA President Brianna Sweet, and we'd like to have you come forward.
Good afternoon. Student government has stayed very busy over the past couple of months, and we've had a lot of great responses from our students at our events. We kicked off the semester with our Welcome Back event on January 12th and the 13th. We provided lunch, free personalized dog tags, a photo booth, which was also free, and it was very fun, and it was just a fun way to welcome everybody back onto campus. On January 14th and 15th, we hosted a s'mores bar, which students really enjoyed. But even more popular, we had our chocolate dip bar on the 20th and the 21st. We followed that with a trivia day on the 22nd, and then wrapped it up with a coffee mug decorating on the 26th and 27th. Students were able to personalize their mugs and then use them during our hot chocolate bar the 28th and 29th. In February, we hosted a coffee and donuts on the 4th and 5th. On the 9th and 10th, students decorated masks for our upcoming Mardi Gras celebration. And also on the 10th, we partnered with athletics for a softball fun day where we had wings, softball t-shirts, noisemakers for fans to decorate, and softball bingo to help boost school spirit and student engagement at the game. Yesterday and today, we hosted our Build a Bouquet, which, very popular, with sweet treats, which has been another great way for students to relax and do something creative. Side note, shout out to Mr. Travis George for taking multiple trips to Publix to grab more flowers and more sweet treats. Love him to death. Looking ahead for the rest of February, we are excited to host our Mardi Gras parade on the 17th, Waffle Wednesday and Bingo on the 18th, and 2 more trivia days on the 25th will be hosted, and a talk and snack with SGA where students will come share ideas, concerns, and feedback directly with us. Overall, these events have really kept students engaged and excited to come back onto campus. Thank you.
Any comments for the SGA report? Okay, it sounded like a lot of yummy things recently. Yes, definitely. So thank you for your report and your willingness to lead and serve with our Student Government Association. Okay, presentation of the consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are routine business, state directives, and/or compliance items. All items have been reviewed by the board attorney and have been available to the board for examination. Any trustee can request a topic to be removed from the consent agenda and discussed further. Typographical errors will be noted and corrected in the board minutes. Are there any items that anyone would like to remove or discuss? No? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move that we approve.
Mr. Brannon makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second, Medina.
Mr. Medina makes the second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is approved. Next, we will have our academic affairs report by Vice President Chris Brady.
Good evening, board members. It's been a busy few weeks. In academic affairs, we've been working on expanding our agricultural offerings due to the strong demand in the region. One of those pursuits has come to fruition. Recently, we've entered into a partnership with the University of Florida, with FGC becoming a member of the Gator Tracks program. The program creates an opportunity for our students, upon completion of specified AA degree pathways, to have a preferred route into UF's College of Agriculture and Life Science. This includes access to advising services, expedited admission processes, CALS workshops, and more. Majors that students can now pursue would include animal science, biological engineering, food and resource economics, marine sciences, microbiology, and more. While we hopefully have more to come in regards to agricultural offerings at our school for FGC students, we are excited at this opportunity to broaden what they have access to. A special thank you to Dean Tim Mims for kind of leading this effort for us. Over in liberal arts, the FGC Brain Bowl has qualified to compete in the state tournament, and they're listed as the 4th seed. They're scheduled to be in Jacksonville for the competition in late March, and we know they're going to do a great job representing the college. And then on President's Day, the FGC debate team is scheduled to travel to Tallahassee to take part in Florida's 250th celebration, where 3 of our students will be competing in the Sunshine Debate against the other state colleges. We are hoping for a great showing there as well. In Teacher Prep, this summer, our Teacher Prep program is hosting an Educator Summit. This will be a professional development seminar for our local secondary educators, which will help teachers earn CEU credits needed to renew their certifications. Topics will include classroom management, the use of AI, best practices, and more. While still early, we already have a pool of 75 interested local teachers. We received an email from the National Association of Education of Young Children, NAEYC, commending the service of professionalism and the efforts of both Dr. Sharon Cuthbertson and Dr. Dawn Cross, who have been serving as peer reviewers for the organization. It's always welcome when our faculty receive such commendations from outside entities. Well done, ladies. In health sciences, we recently received the 2024-2025 report from the Federation of State Boards of Physical Therapy. For the year, FGC ranked number 1 out of 354 U.S.-based schools in terms of first-time pass rates for physical therapy, with a 100% pass rate. Great work by our professors and the students. And in continuing this trend, our current PTA fall graduate cohort also has a 100% pass rate. Our massage therapy program was approved by the Florida Department of Health at the January meeting. A special thank you to Dr. Ann Brown and Brooke Fry for all they've done to get this program up and running. We are now working on building our first cohort with a scheduled start of this fall. In workforce, the Department of Agriculture has offered to donate several trailers for our CDL program. This includes 2 box trailers and a flatbed. Serving a rural market where the forestry industry and the logging is prevalent, the flatbed in particular should be very useful. We are grateful for continued support from our industry partners as we work to offer our students strong educational opportunities that are reflective of their workforce expectations. And that concludes my report. Any questions?
Kim, any comments or questions? Thank you for your report.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we will have our Student Services Report by Vice President of Enrollment and Marketing, Casey Mims.
Good evening. Our spring enrollment is slightly up in head count and credit hours. We're currently at 3,024 students that are registered compared to 2,978 at this point last spring. And then we are at 27,908 credit hours compared to 27,606 last spring. So that's about a 1.5% increase in head count and a 1% increase in credit hours. February is Financial Aid Awareness Month, so our financial aid team is hosting several events each week throughout the month of February promoting completion of the FAFSA and all things financial aid. They're also focused on promoting the Board of Trustees scholarship application. That deadline is March 2nd. Reminder that we're holding open house on Thursday, March 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 in the library. So we're inviting the community to come out and talk with our faculty, learn about our programs and the college. We recently did a mass mail out to all seniors in our service region to make sure they know about the Board of Trustees scholarship application opportunity as well as open house. We are working to strengthen programming and support for our Residence Life students under the leadership of Brandy Dean as well as Amy Deacle. Several improvements are already in the works. We have upgraded their dining options to include a hot breakfast each day. They did have a continental breakfast in the shared kitchen in the dorm. So we've moved to the hot breakfast and the grill, and it's been very well received by the students. Additionally, we're looking at giving them more to do on the weekends. We do have students who go home each weekend, but some are still here. So we're looking at opening up hours in the fitness center as well as student activities on Saturday to give them things to stay busy. We recently had a mandatory residence hall meeting to go over these things, and we offered the students a survey to get their feedback on their experience and what we can do. There was some good input. Some were not feasible. They would like a pool, but we're going to look at that for next year maybe. So, okay. And then finally, I know. Finally, we are continuing to finalize our bellwether presentation for the Community College Futures Assembly in San Antonio, Texas. We go there in a week and a half, and so we're excited to represent FGC in that event.
No pressure.
None. Not at all.
Any comments or questions about Casey's report? Anything?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Our next item on the agenda is our business services report by Vice President Michelle Holloway.
I have two budget amendments I need to request approval on. Budget Amendment Number 6 for the restricted current fund. The college requests approval of Budget Amendment Number 6 to the restricted current fund, Fund 2, for fiscal year 25-26. This amendment recognizes revised award authorizations and new grants received in the 25-26 fiscal year.
Are there any questions regarding this budget amendment? Is there a motion to approve Budget Amendment Number 6, Restricted Current Fund, Fund 2, fiscal year 2025-2026?
So moved.
Ms. Norris moves. Is there a second?
Second, Medina.
Second, Mr. Medina. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? The amendment is approved.
Thank you. My next item, we are requesting approval of Fund 7, Budget Amendment 6, which has been revised so the report reflects actual revenue, revised budgeted expenditures, actual expenses, and updated projects through January 20th, 2026.
Are there any questions regarding this amendment? No? Is there a motion to approve Budget Amendment Number 6, Capital Outlay Plan for Unexpended Plant Fund 7, Budget Fiscal Year 2025-2026?
So moved.
Ms. Norris makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Brannon seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All oppose? The amendment is approved. Our final report on the agenda is the President's report. Dr. Larry Barrett.
Michelle, you want to just give them a quick update before, about the audit? We're going to have an audit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're having our financial audit exit conference week after next. There are no findings, so we're just excited to get that through, and you'll be getting a report in the mail once everything's gone through Tallahassee.
Once it's all finished.
But it's good news again.
That's good. That's good.
And thank you, Madam Chair. You're doing a much better job than Lindsay. No, I'm kidding.
Lindsay's good.
No, I'm kidding. I do want to just mention about Bellwether, and I was kidding with Casey there for a second. Only 30 colleges in the nation have been selected for this competition, and we're taking it. And why is it so big? For me, I always am very competitive, but for the institution, for all the good work, and it really is making a difference in students' lives. So I just wanted to tell you what we were nominated for and what we're competing. It's called Bridging the Gap, Turning Dual Enrollment into Full Enrollment, how we transform dual enrollment by realigning leadership barriers, enhancing advising, and creating a bridge options for our students, as many of you encouraged us to do. But what's so important is we increased the high school graduation rates from those students that graduated here from a total of 14% to 33%. Wow. And post-graduation from those people that graduated high school that were taking some dual enrollment credits from 49% to 66%. And we did it with no additional money. So that's why we're trying to, and it was a team effort. So I kid around about it, and we're taking it really seriously, but I think we have a really good chance. If we don't, we made the top 30. So anyway, so thank you, Casey, for your leadership and everything. The faculty has made this happen. Couple things. Lakeshore Hospital Authority, as was mentioned earlier in the program, we received our check today for $2.5 million from Lakeshore Hospital Authority, and that will be now matched with the state of $2.5 million. And that money, the $2.5 from Lakeshore Hospital Authority, will be for Columbia County residents to go for nursing for RN for hopefully for at least 30 years or beyond. So it's not going to be totally changing the rural healthcare education for all of North Florida, but it makes a huge dent in it. We still have to do a lot of other things, but hopefully getting away from students where they need to worry about how to pay for it. Now we just need to concentrate on education. So to me, it's a very important thing for this community. Largest gift that we've ever received for the college. So I want to thank everybody that was involved with that. Our Valentine's Day event, I know Mr. Brandon is going with his wife.
Not by myself.
Oh, no. So that's this Saturday. If you still want to come, we'll squeeze you in. It's a sold-out event. Don't get on my case, Amy. And it will be a really good time. It's this Saturday at 7:30. Also want to talk about the tiny houses. We did receive our bids for the tiny houses. We will accept the bid for the tiny houses, but the plan currently is that we will not negotiate that contract yet. We have a few other things we need to do. The roadway's been placed. The roadway is in. We still have to have water and sewer there. So before we finalize that, the bid that came in, the bid was very good bid. A very good company that came in and meets our needs, but we want to really wait a few months. We probably will not be doing this for fall. We want to be the first in the nation to do tiny houses, but we want to be the best in the nation to do tiny houses. So there's been some challenges with that. This coming Tuesday, Nonprofit Leadership Conference, we're hosting that by United Way. That will be in the library, where we have about 50 people that learn about leadership and nonprofits every year on this campus. That'd be exciting to do. Our two asks, Mr. Pinchuk and I was in Tallahassee this past Monday to meet with the governor's budget people and also with the representatives from the Department of Education to just make sure they understood our asks for the Randolph building, which is an ask for $850,000. Is that the 851? And that will include renovations for the roof, AC, elevator, and so forth. And we've already gotten some bid specs in for those buildings, especially for the roof and for the elevator. So we want to have those ready if the legislature grants us that money. And remember, that will be where X-ray technician will go and eventually massage therapy once we started the program here. So we're excited about that. And the other project is the bathroom project, the ADA bathroom project in the Howard Center. And that's 800,000? Where's that?
The Randolph building, 900.
It's 850. So both were received very well, and thanks to Representative Brandon and also Senator Bradley for putting that forth through the legislative thing. Thank you so much for that.
I just did get word there in the first, both projects are in the first House budget.
Good deal. Thank you. And so you also know with that Lakeshore Hospital Promise Program, we're trying to duplicate that with other healthcare providers to try to do it for our other 4 counties. And we're working actively on that because there is a second round for that. So I want to let you know that. Finally, well, there's 2 last things I want to mention is Miss Allen did go on behalf of Mr. Lander last year. There's a mandated meeting they just told us about, again, in Miami, same place, on June 11th, that all superintendents and college presidents have to be at, and the chair of the trustees or his or her designee have to go to this meeting. And unfortunately, it's on June 11th, which is our final trustee meeting of the year on Thursday evening. And so we won't have to make a decision today, but I'd either recommend that we move that meeting to the first Thursday of the month, which would be the 4th, or the third Thursday, the 18th. So I'll be bringing that back forward. I'll talk to Mr. Lander about that prior to next month's meeting, because we have to be there, right? And finally, a good news and surprise to some people that through as the state legislature and the college and so forth, security continues to be a huge concern for everyone after FSU last year and throughout the state. And here, though we have a safe campus and we've invested lots of infrastructure for security measures here, I've determined myself in a very quiet way, based on some feedback from all of the community, including the College Senate, that we really do need to have a director of public safety and security here at the campus. And I've hired today, it will be on your packet next week, next month, Judy Tatum as the Director of College Safety and Security at Florida Gateway College. Judy has for the past 16 years served as the Columbia County Director of Safe Schools. And she has all the liaisons with all the sheriff's departments and all the mental health issues. So we're really taking this really seriously, as the state legislature and the governor's office is. So we'll be primed going into this next session, where there'll be lots of changes coming forth with security. So, Madam Chair, that's my report.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments for Dr. Barrett?
I want to just congratulate you on being able to recruit Ms. Tatum. Great history, credentials, network within the community, and I think she'll do a great job.
That's why I had to do it kind of, because she was hard to get, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Barrett.
I just want to say thank you to you and your staff. I know that you hosted some people from the Community for Leadership Lake City earlier this week, and I had 3 employees that were in it, and they were so impressed to learn so much more about the college, because sometimes we think everybody knows everything we're doing, but out in the community, not necessarily, you know. And so really nice presentation for economic development as part of economic development in the education system. And then also thank you for your willingness to always promote campus tours here for some of the younger students. I know that you've reached out to Astra, and I think Casey's working with Rita Klink at Epiphany to get younger students to come out here and to see the options that are available to them so that they can, you know, continue their education here. So thank you.
We have to do things differently too, because sometimes
You gotta start early.
education has changed. And with, it's just not public and private, it's now the homeschool. So we're trying to adapt to those.
Right. So, I
things.
mean, you're really great when I say that, hey, let me put an email into Dr. Barrett. Next thing I know, you guys just take it and run with it. And I appreciate that because, you know, part of what I see my role is to help connect people in the community to the college. And maybe not the right immediate direction, but, you know, get them in the door, and then you guys just take that and run with it. So thank you.
Are there any requests for specific topics to be added to future meetings? If anybody has a topic they would like to bring up for a future meeting?
We have an Amy reach out to you, which date is
Okay.
better, that 4th or the
Okay.
or the 18th, and then I'll talk to Lindsay too.
At the county commission meetings.
Yeah. Yep. The warrant register is available for your inspection. Our next board meeting is scheduled for March the 12th, 2026 at 5 p.m. here in the boardroom. If there's nothing else, this meeting is adjourned.
Stu, which one is at 9:30? That's what I was going to ask.